Hello, it's Hannah, and you are listening to No Longer Legally Detained, the podcast about life after the psych ward, answering the big question, how to navigate being an adult when you never expected to be one. It's Monday, it's Monday mornings with Millie.
Join us every Monday to catch up on our week, tackle a new craft and talk all things drama school.
Hello, good morning, and it is another Monday morning with Millie.
Hello.
Sorry Millie,
everyone.
you go. Say hello.
Hello everyone.
And we're in a different location, which is super exciting.
We're in my flat.
We're in the student accom.
Yeah.
We're living up. How do you get it out?
I just put
your finger in.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the third. Is it the third episode?
Third episode.
Oh my goodness, this is crazy times. This is crazy times. But yeah, and what are we talking about today?
Today we are tackling audition season.
And what craft are we doing?
Well, we're doing a little modelling craft, mini craft kit modelling. Basically, I got a little bit excited yesterday in TK Maxx. So we're modelling little donuts, but I don't even know how to describe what material.
It's foam clay. I think there was it on there, the lid. Yeah, foam clay. Wait, silk clay and foam clay. So silk clay is a lightweight, self-hardening, mixable, flexible, soft modelling material.
Oh, okay.
Whereas the foam clay is a self-hardening modelling material with small beads. Oh, so they're the foam clays. Okay, well, let's not get distracted by the clay already.
Yeah, I think we are. It's very satisfying. So, should we just
have a chat about
auditions? Because it's hell. It's hell out there.
Well, I'm talking like I can really relate. I mean, let's be honest, I can't really, but, you know, I masked my whole life, so I'll pretend I can relate. No, but I've seen it a little bit from my own, but...
I mean, you've seen the chaos that has ensued from
other people.
Yeah.
And I think that gives you a different perspective for the outsiders, because I feel like I'm like a bridge in between them. I'm the bridge between the auditionees and their loved ones who are like, oh my goodness, is it that deep? Yes, it is that deep. Don't say it's not deep. Yeah. You'll have your head cut off.
Exactly.
I might have to edit that violent part out of the podcast. LOL.
No, I think auditions, they could turn the nicest person just feral.
Especially when you're auditioning with everybody else is also auditioning for basically the same courses.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that made it... I feel like that made it worse, but I have no actual evidence to prove it. People did it the other way.
Yeah, no, I know, yeah, because you are...
And to be fair, everyone was lovely. No one made it at all awkward, but I think it's...
Psychologically,
that's what I mean.
It's
You
torture.
were all lovely.
Yeah. Don't come from us. No, it was... I think... It wasn't even like I think everyone just felt like
the eggshells. Like eggshells.
You don't want to upset anyone. You want to be able to celebrate your wins, but equally, but I found the one that kind of I struggle with the most is you want to be able to feel your losses, but you feel like sometimes you can't do that in a room full of people who are celebrating their successes. Yeah. I did get over that this year, to be fair.
Yeah.
I ended up just being everyone's cheerleader to the point where I heard the other day that no one thought I'd got in anywhere.
Did they? Oh my goodness, stop.
They were like, oh no, she's so upset about this one because...
Who said... Oh, I won't say who today. Tell me that later. That's that's interesting.
But to be fair, I had said that I'd really got on board with just being everyone's cheerleaders and I didn't think it was going to happen for me this year. Because I didn't, to be fair.
I mean, in some ways... It's like that moment when you don't think it is and then it pops up.
Exactly. Because that was the point when I got my recalls for this year. Look at me with my sorry. That happened when I'd like fully accepted. I was like, it's not happening this year, it's fine, I'm gonna have another gap year, I'm gonna travel, I'm gonna just like... I felt like this year really rejuvenated me in terms of like I was looking forward to just like living life again without like the pressure of everything. And then I got...
I mean, I don't know whether this is helpful and you might just edit this out when you listen to it back. But like I was thinking that because obviously having never trained in musical theatre, and I am not talented we all put. No, not like, I am not Adele. Let's be honest here. She didn't do musical theatre, did she? So that's not a really good comparison.
But that's
anyway. Moving on. But I think because I obviously got the first ever foundation I auditioned to, I got into. But I think for me, I had no preconceptions. I was just fully myself. I didn't really realise that there was this whole thing, and I think that was my saving grace, because I had no pressure on myself, because firstly I didn't actually realise what I was applying for. Classic Hannah. Also, I think that I know, like, obviously having had a different background, like, obviously it's not that deep, and obviously like and that's, you don't want people to have to have gone through a bit of trauma to end up being, you know, but I think because I didn't have the pressure, I feel like that's probably part, because I could just be me, and I think that's what they're looking for. But obviously that's really hard when you really want it, and there's not many people who just accidentally apply for drama school. It wasn't an accident, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. No, I'd agree, because I did my audition for the course that we're on now, was my last audition, and I had another foundation offer, so I was kind of coming along. And my friends were going to the school that I'd got a foundation offer at, so I was like, oh, it's fine, I'm gonna like enjoy it either way, like I've got a plan, I don't really...
And then you got in.
And then you get in, and it was my least like stressed audition. I was fine. That's another thing, like, and I think our teacher said that, they were like, they can smell the desperation if you come in.
Yeah, don't be desperate. Yeah. Which is hard, because obviously on the whole, unless you accidentally apply, you don't even know what you're applying for, which is not the majority. It's like such a, because like you're passionate, like you really love it, and that's, but and that other thing that is another thought about audition is, and this is controversial, and this broke, you know, puts people on two sides. I'm definitely very much on one side, but I do appreciate the whole picture, that thing of it not being your be all and like having a backup plan, but there doesn't have to be a backup plan, like a side hustle.
Yeah,
I think that really helps, because, and I think having spoken to, you know, people in the industry, but now having like a lot of our teachers who are in the industry, so many of them have said having something that you can control and you're really passionate about on the side allows you to enjoy the drama bit much more, and also not allow it to completely destroy your mental health.
Exactly. Well, everyone that I've ever spoken to about, like, who's in the industry, kind of about the industry, has said that, like, you need to have something else that fulfills you, because if that's the only thing that fulfills you, you're gonna struggle. And I think there's not that message that is, and I think there can be that message of like, well, are you saying that I'm not going to make it, or it's not? And it's not that. No. Like it's not like a job where, like, it's not like being a doctor where you can be a doctor, although you still burn out, but like every day. Like, the idea of like being the mental health advocates come out.
Mental health advocates. That's for a Thursday. Save yourself for Thursday. We'll do Doctor Burnout on a Thursday. Cut that out. Get Rangan Chatterjee on. He's got a great podcast. Got that out as well. What was I saying? Completely lost my train of thought. Who actually lets someone with ADHD? I don't have ADHD. I am ADHD, and I honestly have it. That's wrong. Anyway, we'll cut all of that out. What was I, Millie? What was I talking about?
You were talking about.
Save me. And, that's what I was saying. It's come back to me. That it doesn't mean that, you know, that you can't want it. It doesn't mean that you're not going to do it. It doesn't mean you're not going to be in the industry. It doesn't mean you're not going to be a performer, be an artist. And I think that was a big thing we got from our course, was the idea of like being an artist rather than a performer, and the idea that like an artist or a creative has lots of creative outlets, and that you can definitely want it and still absolutely achieve your dream, but you've got other things as well. Just like, I mean, which to be fair is basically like a healthy work-life balance for most people, but obviously it might be that your healthy work-life balance also needs to provide income. Money.
Yeah. I think that's hard to find as well, though, because I was thinking, like, this year with auditions, like, I wasn't sure that I got the balance right, because I was having such a good time just living my life and having time with friends. And there were times where I was thinking, am I prioritising auditioning enough?
Yeah.
But actually, there's no point in doing things at the expense of your mental health. I mean, we're going to do a mental health episode.
Massively important.
But
nothing. And I suppose going into exam season that's coming up, obviously for the opposite of drama school, going into academic exam season. But obviously, and you know, I am an advocate that for, you know, absolutely, you know, education is really important, but nothing, and I can categorically promise this. This is from this is a deep personal experience. Yeah. Nothing is worth your mental health, and everything. And this is so cliche, and now I feel like I listen to myself now, and my 17-year-old self would have actually punched me in the face. But, you know, we move on. Yeah. But that thing that it will work out, and there are different paths. And like when I was having a mental breakdown, quite a literal mental breakdown, at 16, 17 over my GCSEs, and then beginning A levels, the person I am now and the things that I'm doing are so different. And I'm so, obviously I'm not glad that I struggled with my mental health, and I'm not glad that I was in hospital, but I'm glad that I had enough time to learn who I am, and it has worked out in a way that I mean, to be fair, mental health is, you know, it's leaving something to be desired at the moment, but anyway, well, we've got that too. Don't tell my psychiatrist. I'm fine, I'm taking my meds. She's actually on drugs. But there are different ways. There are so many different ways to do anything. And it's annoying, and you're allowed to be upset and sit with that upset and scream into your pillow if that is acceptable in your household. If it's not, don't do it. Go up a mountain and scream into a pillow. I don't know where you live.
But I think, just finding out, I think that's what I've taken from this year in terms of, and I think it's all just a learning curve. Like, there'll be if anybody's listening to us, Millie, for Jill and Beverly, but they actually don't want to go to drama school, so they don't care. But it's annoying, and it really is annoying, because I can look back, and when people were telling me this, like, I would say, no, it's not. I actually remember, like, multiple times having literally shouting at people that it's not, and that, but it is, annoyingly, because it's annoying when people are right. And that thing that actually most adults, the true key to life is that nobody has it together. No. Everybody is literally just living on this massive floating rock, and it gives you a little bit of an existential crisis. But once you've got over the existential crisis, there are so much fun to be had. And I think having, for me, obviously not specifically with the auditions, but just in life, I've always put so much pressure on myself that I need to do everything now, and otherwise it's too late. And if I don't do things, that's over. And for me, I have learned that it isn't the case. And as much as it's annoying, I think definitely the age thing, I don't know whether anybody else, you're younger than me, so you might have had that same feeling, but I know, having spoken to other people who are maybe a little bit, I say a little bit older, literally not that old at all, but that feeling that, if I don't do it at 18, 19, it's too late. Oh yeah. It's so not. Well, I'm only 20, and I feel like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes, especially, like, I think that's the other thing with auditions. You're in a room with loads of people, and some of them are all like 17-year-olds, and you're thinking,
the comparison is hard.
Yeah, but that's the other thing. Like, I think, like, you can't compare yourself to other people, but other people's process won't be the same as your process.
I feel like I helped that on this course, because I came on a really different process, and I think that is always interesting for other people.
I think it was interesting,
because there is that thing, and I think that is definitely.
I think you taught everyone a lot about themselves and other people.
Oh, stop that.
No, you did, because I think you came in and you were just always there to be like, guys, it's really not that deep.
That's my catchphrase. It's not that deep. I wrote that on a plate, actually. Well, I didn't write it on a plate, I painted it on a plate. Yeah. And it isn't that deep. And my probably biggest advice for whether it be auditions, whether it be university, whether it be anything in like this age where it all feels like the be all and end all, that you need to get it now. If you don't get it now, it's too late. Obviously it's not, but finding people who get you. And I think for me, that is what has helped no end, is the fact that truly people, and Millie is that one of those people, that truly, and like, therefore, whatever's kind of happening that's so out of your control, you know that you've got someone who, firstly, you can be honest with. I feel like we do have that kind of
we are very honest with each other.
Sometimes too honest. Definitely there's a lot going on. But I think that and you can be honest and like be able to say to someone like, you know what, I am feeling really rubbish right now. I'm really cross about this, or I'm cross about that. Obviously, probably slightly stronger language than that. And for them to firstly not judge you, firstly not try and solve the problem, just sit with you and go, you know what, yeah, it's rubbish, and you know, have a joke. And I think our friendship, I've always been.
Oh, we always get each other out of it by having a laugh. That
is what, in any kind of life, it is about finding those people around you that, whatever happens, whether it's going really well or it's not going so well, you know that you've got those people. And I think...
And those people aren't going to leave you whether you get into drama school or not.
So true. And if they do leave because you haven't got into drama school, big red flag. The red flags are flashing.
The red flags are massive.
Do you want to go first, Millie? I feel like you have much more experience with the audition season. I'm different.
I'm different.
I don't know.
Well, this was my second year auditioning this year, so I found it quite funny going into like another year, because like last year I really felt like I did it well. Well, not I did it well, but like I was like,
you did do it well. You got to
a
foundation, Millie, of musical theatre.
I did do very well last year.
Don't take that down. I've got a pencil.
Oh, you're gonna poke a hole in it.
I'm poking a hole.
I
just. Oh my goodness, Millie, that donut's got a very large hole in the middle of the donut.
Yes, right. It has.
Sorry, distracting you.
No, I thought I was like, oh, I coped with it so well, like I didn't, and then I
Was it your first year last year?
Yeah. And then I watched a video on my Snapchat memories of me having a meltdown when GSA rejected me.
Oh,
and I thought...
GSA's loss.
Okay.
Maybe it wasn't going quite as well as...
Maybe I thought it was going better than it was. But I think potentially it was because that is gorgeous.
I've got a lovely donut.
Very well there. Maybe I'll just make a really
Oh, we know what
skinny one. We're getting very distracted by the modelling.
A lot of editing for you. Did you audition just MT, or have you?
Yeah, last year I did just MT, and then this year I did more acting.
And did you apply for like lots of places?
Yes, I did.
Would you suggest, if someone who was looking to go to or thinking of applying to drama school, would you say apply lots or don't apply as many?
I'd say it depends. I think for these 2 I think if I was going to be doing it again, when I was thinking about doing it again, I was thinking I'm not going for that many this time, because I just wanted to see what they were all like. I think you can tell a lot about a drama school from their audition process and the way they treat you in an audition process as well. Because I think if you don't feel like you're being treated with like respect and kind of just like kindness,
and the way that they teach, because everyone learns differently, don't they? So it might be not somewhere that you vibe with, and I do think that's really important. I think there can definitely be like the stigma of like certain schools have got other big names, and obviously, you know, in the industry there is there is still that, you know, certain places have maybe more prestigious links, but if you feel so miserable and uncomfortable there's no point doing 3 years, because you're just not gonna get anything out of it anyway.
No. Well, actually I was thinking about this yesterday, because I was listening to Emma Chamberlain's podcast as I was walking to Asda to do my shop, and she was talking about how things that are hard to get, like what's the attraction of things that are hard to get, and she was obviously talking about it from like a relationship standpoint, but I think it's very like prevalent in this industry in terms of like, just because something seems like it's the harder thing to get, or seems like it's got a bigger reputation or a better reputation or whatever, doesn't necessarily mean it's the best place for you, which I think definitely this year is something I've had to retrain my brain, because they were very good on our course of being like that, like retrain my brain that actually it's about what I think about the school, not what other people think about the school. Okay, Hannah, would you like to be a white donut or a pink donut? I have actually no preferences.
Do you actually not have any preference?
No, I really don't.
Is that actually true?
That's true.
100% true.
100% true.
I am autistic, so I will believe you. Don't lie to me, disabled.
I'm not going to lie to you.
Could I be pink, please?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I actually would have wanted to be white anyway.
Oh my goodness, see? And that's why we talk and be honest, people. Right.
So, Hannah, let's speak about your audition process.
Right, see, and nothing, I don't want to keep having to say this, I am different. Like, it's some kind of, but I feel like this is definitely, like, going to be a you-led, that looks so good. I feel like this is definitely going to be a you-led discussion, because right, here we go. This is the story of Hannah's life. I looked at something in Woking called Peer Productions, which is so cool. And if I lived near Woking, I would have absolutely 100% done Peer Productions. Like, they are literally exactly what I was looking for. But I was just too scared and just not quite mentally ready to move out and leave home. So I decided that I, couldn't really do that. So I was a bit gutted, because that was a level 4 1 year kind of acting development training, and it was really cool. And so if you are in that area, I would definitely look into that. But because I couldn't do that, I'd kind of given up on the idea that, that was going to be something I could do. And then I heard about Manchester, and I was like, you know what? Let's have a bit of that. So I basically applied, like, literally last minute. I think it was June, right at the end of June. I had to submit some self-tapes. I submitted 5 self-tapes. And I was really naive. I had no idea what the process was going to be like, no idea what they were going to ask me to do. Did these self-tapes, having never submitted a self-tape in my life ever, I don't think I've ever submitted a self-tape before.
And self-tapes are an experience.
It was an experience. And then I got an email being like, congrats, in like July, congrats, you... And then I was like, oh my goodness, I can't afford it. And then I had to basically quit my job. So that was a crazy experience. And then this year again, I kind of did an audition process, but I'm doing theatre and social change. So again, it's like a different kind of audition experience, but it was really cool. And it's a course I'm really passionate about, because it gets like my 2 interests.
It is. If there was, and I was talking to Beverly about this, Hannah's mum, about it whilst you were having your ultrasound.
Because Millie came to mine, and then I had to go and have an ultrasound because I read the letter wrong.
But we were talking about it, and we were like, it is the perfect course, and everyone on the course said it as well. It's like, if there was a course for you, it's this.
And I think being neurodivergent and being, having had the struggles I've had, I have definitely learned that, the mainstream normal path is not going to work for me. But that doesn't mean that I can't still achieve all of the things I want to do. I just might have to do it in a slightly different way. And I think for me, having gone to a normal drama school, I would have missed my advocacy stuff that I really enjoy. And obviously, I definitely think you'd agree that kind of acting training, you need to be able to fully focus on what you want to do. Whereas this way I still get to focus on both. Which is super exciting. But I guess the majority of people probably want to know more about the more mainstream kind of application and audition process, which we thought we're kind of going to here to talk about today. But obviously, if anybody wants to know a more different approach, you hit me up. But self-tapes, should we do a bit about self-tapes?
Yes.
What is your advice, Millie, for auditioning self-tapes? Oh, actually, well, yeah, we'll do that first, then I've got another question for you. Okay.
Self-tapes, I'd say, just don't stress out about it too much. Film it 3 or 4 times.
That was an advice we were given. And do you think that is definitely...
I think that is the case, because...
Yeah, I like that.
And that's what I did this year.
Yeah.
And it helped me so much, because actually it's having, like, trust in yourself. Mm-hmm. And it's really testing that trust, but actually in the best way, because you, like, have to actually get on with it. And then you're done. Also, I always watched back my videos in 2 times speed, so I couldn't, like...
really, like, destroy yourself.
Yeah, so I didn't have to... When you're, like, checking that the video doesn't have you, like, screaming in it, for example, yes. I'd watch it in 2 times speed so that I didn't have to actually listen to myself do it and then start overthinking about it.
I think there's definitely a lot of overthinking.
Right, so we're going to talk about some tips for in-person auditions.
I've had a question for you as a drama school auditionee. There was like something that I saw about the difference between if you have a choice of self-tape or in-person, what would you say?
Oh, this is a good question. I'd say...
I know it's like personal preference, but if you could...
I really love in-person because you can actually get yourself across, I think, a lot more. But I also really I quite enjoy self-tapes. And I think if you've already been to the school and, like, you visited before, you kind of have got the vibe already, then self-tape is sometimes better. It's also, like, cheaper.
Yeah. So what are your top 3 tips for auditioning on an in-person audition?
Top 3 tips. Now, this is... personal preference for me. I like having my routine. I'd like getting to the hotel, I'll have my Nando's, that's what I enjoy eating the night before, treating myself.
Just like keeps the nerves down. And the control of because I suppose it's a very out of control audition. You've got no say. And
I'd say have a routine. I did go a bit rogue on my routine this time because I stayed a lot with other people and
tricky
but I think
so. Routine number 1
to manage that, and then number 2 would be, I've not actually thought about these tips, be kind to yourself. Like, you're going in there to show them what you can do. At some level you must believe that you're good enough, otherwise you just wouldn't be doing it. So be kind to yourself and know that you are good enough regardless of what happens.
I think that's a really good one.
And then tip 3, try and leave it in the room, which is hard. I'm not always the best at that, but try and leave it, like, you've done it, you can't control it, so just leave it. Don't be checking your emails every 5 seconds. The email will come.
Do you have any tips for the whole email, waiting for the email?
Last year I set my you can do like time limits on your phone.
I
set it to 5 minutes on mail so that after that I could be reminded that I shouldn't be going on checking my emails too much. But it's hard not to, and sometimes you just got to do it because otherwise you'll just be thinking about it. So
I think it's very valid that it's like the constant waiting, I guess, for the result. Right. It's over, Millie.
It's over. We've finished our craft. This was a very quick craft.
It was much better because I think what we did learn, like, if you will have seen on the Instagram, the colouring never actually got finished. It still hasn't been finished.
No. I was going to say you should have brought it today and we could have finished it.
We could have done. But Millie, you saw how many bags. I carried about 6 piano books all the way on the train because I got it off got it out of the in-post box. I don't know why I did it.
I was going to say.
It came up on my phone and I was like panicking that they were going to take it, send it back.
They won't. Oh, okay.
Anyway,
you're here for a day. Everyone's going to think you're here for like a week. No. You're here for less than 24 hours.
I am a paranoid penguin.
Oh dear.
That is the end of today's Monday Morning with Millie. Things to do, places to be, people to see.
Yeah.
Your donut is better than my donut. We're going to review the craft. Millie's donut's better than
I don't think mine is.
No.
Let's see yours.
Mine...
I think they're quite equal.
Yeah. I mean,
neither of them are winning any prizes.
No, I mean, I think what we've learned is maybe clay modelling isn't our biggest strength.
It was a lot to get the sprinkles in.
This isn't going to be the side hustle for when we're not working in the industry.
No.
I'll tell you that right now.
Our poetry books will be though, guys, coming soon.
So exciting.
Also,
moving on. Right. Yeah. But yeah, no, thank you so much for listening. As Millie said, well, you actually will crop that out. But yeah, please do like Millie.
Sorry.
Babe.
Got the giggles. Okay.
Right. Please like and share if you've got to the end of our episode. I would be surprised if anyone has, but if you have, you're amazing. Please like, share, follow on the Instagram
at Legally Detained.
Woo! And we will be here again next Monday for another chat about how we got into drama school. No, it's not. That's not even what it's about. We won't be discussing
how we got into drama.
How we got into drama as a concept,
yes.
not as a school. So yeah, exciting. Speak soon.
Bye.